Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Annie and this is Unity Consciousness. Today we're going to be discussing the energy that will be prominent this week beginning tomorrow, which is the 2nd of May and going through the weekend. All I can say is wow, what a pivotal time, what a powerful time. This entire month will be filled with lively energies, fast-moving energies, action-packed, and alignment, big energy shifts that will literally catapult you to where you need to be. So let's get started. On Monday of this week, which is the 2nd, we have Venus entering Aries. This is a very different energy than when Venus was in Pisces. As we've discussed, Venus is exalted in Pisces, which makes her energy very powerful. When Venus moves into Aries, she's not nearly as comfortable here. It's just the energy is not necessarily, or the qualities of Aries is not copacetic with that of Venus. It is driven. Venus is now going to be driven, or love and money, your need for that is going to be driven by adrenaline and very fast-paced sparks. Again, Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, the spark or ignition of bigger, better things to come. And it's just unbridled energy. So with Venus moving into this area, it could be very competitive. The love could be very competitive on a three-dimensional level. Just be mindful of that. And if you need to take time out, if you find yourself going really hard for something that means a lot to you, just take a break, calm yourself, quiet yourself, and make sure that that's the intention that you really want to instigate with this energy present. Then on Tuesday, we've got Jupiter, which is in Pisces, is going to sextile Pluto in Capricorn. I really do love this energy. Again, it's a sextile, so we need to do something to get something. And this is the last configuration of Jupiter in Pisces before it changes sign and moves into Aries next week. This is all about, because Jupiter in Pisces is the expansion of compassion, of spirituality, connection with Source, and Jupiter is the ancient ruler of Pisces. So that, again, it's very copacetic energy. But Jupiter sextile Pluto in Capricorn is very fated energy. It's time for us to recognize some of the blessings of Pluto as we integrate transformations for our greater good and that of the universe. So fated blessings in areas where you have had the courage to make changes and embrace that transformation. And this is based on your intuition or universal guidance in some way. Core truths are what's guided you, where you wanted to be from inside out. Where you've taken ownership and made changes, you will now begin to see blessings. It is a very powerful time. We are in between eclipses. The veil is thinned. This energy will be strong. Please use it to your advantage. On Wednesday, which is the 4th, we have Mars in Pisces is going to sextile Uranus in Taurus. Again, sextile. Do something to get something. With Mars stepping in, and this energy will be prominent the day before as Jupiter sextiles Pluto, but Mars stepping in, Mars is in Pisces, is giving us the power and the courage to be who we are from a very authentic place. We're in Pisces, it's in Pisces. While we open ourselves up for alignment so that we can be pushed forward very, very quickly, again, sextiling Uranus. Uranus is the planet of spontaneity, out of nowhere, just changing your circumstances in an instant. So we are being afforded the courage to step in our authenticity for universal alignment that will change your circumstances in an instant. We do have a certain feeling of authenticity here. The spirit of authenticity is very strong. Again, Mars is in Pisces. And we now know with trusting our intuition, that we don't have to know things in advance, and we are now able to take advantage of that Mars energy, recognizing that maybe we don't have to know all the steps, but we can trust our intuition, and that once we follow our intuition and that inner guide, that opportunities will present itself. And like I said, with Mars in this area, Mars in Pisces, and jumping into this, we can also, it's Pisces, so it's collaboration and communing with others. So connecting with others to create new opportunities that align with our authenticity, that quickly manifest for your greatest good, create stability. Again, it's in Taurus. I know it's Uranus, which is instant, changes out of nowhere, but it's in Taurus, which is going to afford us the long-term stability and security that we deserve. Big week this week. Then on the 5th, we've got the Sun is going to conjunct Uranus in Taurus. This is the most surprising day of the year. I'm sure I've heard from quite a few people over the course of the eclipse on yesterday, and there were a lot of surprises that came in. Well, the most surprising day of the year is yet to come this week on the 5th. Be prepared for anything. Expect the unexpected. It could be as simple as a sudden insight or a revelation that comes to you out of nowhere. Or it could be a surprise. Maybe somebody's got a surprise waiting for you, or perhaps the universe does, and an alignment, you aligning with your North Node. Remember, the North Node is in Taurus as well, not too far away from this connection between the Sun and Uranus. Also, Uranus has come out of shadow, which would be the retrograde shadow. It is only up to full speed for 2 days. And those 2 days, one of those days is going to be when it conjuncts with the Sun before it goes back into shadow again. Uranus spends half a year in retrograde. So it's mostly in shadow or retrograde, very few days that it's actually up to speed. Well, this week it's up to speed 2 days, and one of those days it's going to conjunct the Sun. Whew. That's a lot. And I'm super excited about it because I think the changes and the surprises that come in will definitely support you as an individual. It is your sun sign. Let's be positive, bring that positive energy to the forefront. Then on Friday, we've got Venus, which is in Aries, just recently moved into Aries, is going to sextile Mercury. And remember, Mercury is in shadow in Gemini, not yet retrograde, but in shadow. So this is the collaboration of the heart and the mind, Venus and Mercury, the heart, the mind, and the collaboration between the two. It can be, because Venus is in Aries, remember we talked about that energy, it could be love at first sight. Be mindful and do your best to try not to allow yourself to get too carried away. Financial situations, just use your mind and your intellect if something appears to be too good to be true. This energy is very strong for purposeful communications and connections with others that share our passions. Venus in Aries is a very passionate energy. So it can, communication with others that could be the spark or the inspiration for something yet to come that's far greater. Because Mercury is in shadow, we will be revisiting, and I love that. We talked about Mercury retrograde last week. I love retrograde cycles because it gives you an opportunity to really revise, rewrite, review instigations or actions taken. So you may have a really good inspirational connection or collaboration with someone where the heart and the mind, your passions meld. You'll have an opportunity as this energy starts to dissipate a little bit to revisit it again and revise it so it better suits whatever circumstance you find yourself in at the time. But you could also have some bold statements about sensuality or sexuality at this time, whether that be, Venus has to do with fashion too. So you might see some kind of what you might think is outrageous fashion statements in or around this day. So that's all I have for the energy this week. Like I said, it is going to be a very lively month, and this first week of the month does not disappoint, that's for sure. Please be mindful that we are in between eclipses, so that means that our veil is thinned. We have access, very easy access to our intuition and source. Spiritual intuition will come or spiritual guidance can come to you very, very quickly now. It's easy to use it to your advantage. Don't push it down. Use it to your advantage, like I said. And we're also beginning to see the healing power of Pluto. When Pluto moves through a sign, your sign, especially your sun sign, it can be a very difficult 12-year cycle. Now we're beginning to see the healing power of Pluto and the blessings of Pluto, those fated blessings that come, the opportunities that present themselves because your life components have been refined in a way you've drilled down. You have really excavated the parts of yourself for the purpose of healing, and now you can align with your authentic self. And Mars is going to give us the wherewithal to really take action on that, so that we have the courage to accept the blessings that are the very fated blessings that are coming our way. So excited. And with Uranus here, we could see this happen in an instant just this week. Jupiter and Uranus also go into shadow this week, so things will begin to slow down from a planetary perspective. Your inner world may still be just revving, but the external world, that of the collective, may begin to slow down as we get more into summer. So recognize that that we are entering, some of these planets are entering shadow. As a matter of fact, Jupiter is entering shadow and will go retrograde in July, and Uranus is entering shadow on Friday, I believe it is, and will go retrograde in August. So we've got a little bit of time, but this energy again will be revisited. Entering shadow means during that retrograde cycle we will be revisiting the topics that come to light this week. Next week, we have Jupiter is going to enter Aries. I'm excited about that. I've got really good, strong configurations in my chart for that, so I'm excited for that opportunity. And when Jupiter does enter Aries, it crosses the world axis point of 0 degrees of Aries, or the instigation, or on the world stage. So that'll be fun to see what happens there. And also the Sun conjuncts the North Node. Well, thank you so much for stopping by. I'm so glad you did. My day is always better with you in it. If you liked this video, please click the like button. And if you know someone that could be helped by this video, please do share it with them. And if you click the subscribe button, you will know when videos are being dropped. If you have any comments, please put them in the comment box below, especially relative to the eclipses. I'd like to know what's going on with the listeners, as well as any of my clients that I have from a readings perspective. Please put your comments in the comment box below. Well, thank you so much. Have a fabulous week. Use Pluto's blessings, fated blessings that come out of nowhere, with Mars giving us the courage to accept those blessings to your advantage. Namaste.